That sinking feeling when you know you messed up, we've all been there. Your mind races for excuses, your pride jumps in to defend you, and part of you wants to pretend the mistake never happened. But in Chapter 12 of How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie shares a surprising truth. Admitting you're wrong openly and confidently is one of the fastest ways to earn respect. He tells a story about walking his dog, Rex, without a leash in a park. A strict officer stopped him. Instead of arguing or pretending not to know the rule, Carnegie simply said, "Officer, you're absolutely right. I'm guilty, no excuses." The officer instantly relaxed. No anger, no punishment. Why? Because when you take responsibility yourself, the other person doesn't feel the need to attack you. It feels risky, but it works. Honesty calms tension far better than defensiveness ever could. Carnegie explains that admitting mistakes early and sincerely removes the conflict before it even begins. Most people go into defense mode. They argue, explain, or blame circumstances, and the more they resist, the more the other person pushes back. But when you say, "Yes, I'm wrong, and I take full responsibility," the dynamic shifts instantly. That's exactly what happened with the police officer. Carnegie's honesty made the officer feel respected, so he responded with kindness. This approach works in every area of life, with coworkers, partners, customers, even strangers. A commercial artist once faced a notoriously harsh editor. Instead of resisting criticism, he said, "You're right. I should have done better." The editor immediately softened, defended him, and even invited him to lunch. Admitting fault doesn't reduce your value, it reduces the tension. It shows maturity and wins people's support. Carnegie shares stories of leaders who mastered this principle. After the disastrous Pickett's charge, General Robert E. Lee didn't blame anyone. He simply said, "All this has been my fault." That humility strengthened his reputation. Writer Elbert Hubbard used the same strategy. When critics attacked his work, he often replied, "I don't entirely agree with what I wrote myself." That simple sentence turned critics into friends. The lesson is clear: when you lower your defenses first, others lower theirs too. Self-criticism invites understanding. Defensiveness invites conflict. People don't want to feel challenged, they want to feel respected. Admitting mistakes shows confidence, emotional intelligence, and personal strength. In a world where most people try to appear perfect, real influence comes from those who can honestly say, "I was wrong, and I accept it." Here's how to apply this starting today. If you slip up at work, with a friend, anywhere, skip the excuses. Don't soften it. Don't explain it away. Just say, "You're right. I made a mistake, and I appreciate you pointing it out." You'll be amazed at how quickly tension disappears. People can argue with excuses, but they rarely argue with honesty. Carnegie's rule is simple and powerful. If you're wrong, admit it quickly and clearly. It's not weakness. It's wisdom. It builds trust and makes people respect you more. This approach turns potential arguments into meaningful connections and criticism into cooperation. That wraps up Chapter 12 of How to Win Friends and Influence People. Up next, Chapter 13, A Drop of Honey. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the playlist, because the journey to influence begins with mastering ourselves.